Hispanics teach blacks a lesson they won't forget. We on the road to 100 KOK. If you ain't hit that like button, subscribe button, and turned on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. Shouts out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let's see what it's hitting for.
The Super Bowl is the biggest sports spectacle in the U.S., so naturally the NFL and Jay-Z's Rock Nation decided Bad Bunny was the move.
From July 3rd.
So Jay-Z had part to play in this rainbowism, huh? Why the Super Bowl halftime show gotta be rainbows now? It ain't never been that. It been hip hop and black folks for the longest. Why? Not like I watched fucking that shit anyway. But
to July the 6th, the Essence Festival happened in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And this year was a little different because it was catered more towards the Pan-African community than it was the Black American community. And it was a lot of backlash for that reasoning. Now, Essence wanted to diversify its audience, trying to get more people from the diaspora. You know, Essence is trying to make money, so if you already have the Black American audience, well, why not try to get more audience on the outside? This is the same strategy that BET did earlier last month on September 12th with the BET Caribbean Awards. This pissed off a lot of blacks because the BET Caribbean Awards replaced Soul Train in the Hip Hop Awards. In this case, we have two pillar shows in the black community expanding outside of its target audience. Fast forward! On September 28, 2025, it was announced that Bad Bunny, a singer from Puerto Rico, would be the headline act in the Super Bowl halftime show. Now, what's so interesting
Nobody knows
about Bad
a
Bunny
single song.
Well, it's not that he's not popular, because he is. It's just that none of his songs are in English. And so a lot of American citizens
Nobody
are
listens to this nigga, man.
upset about that.
Bad Bunny is massively successful. There is no denying that. But here's the question.
And when I say nobody, I mean Black America, bro. Even white America don't listen to that nigga. It might be a crowd of weirdos, yeah.
Would an American audience want to watch a halftime show performed mostly in a language we don't even speak?
And even the blacks are concerned.
In Latin America and overseas, and you know, he's a pretty big deal in the international music market. Not so much here from what I know. If you put a gun to my head, I couldn't tell you a Bad Bunny song, to be honest. And I'm not saying that to hate. Where do you hear Bad Bunny songs?
You don't.
I'm just
Not
not
on
too
the radio,
familiar.
nigga, nowhere.
What I understand, I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny songs. But they're going to have him performing at the Super Bowl. And there's a lot of people who kind of feel a certain way about it. There's a lot of people, I think a lot of black people are kind of indifferent. Black folks, y'all don't know no damn Bad Bunny songs either. Let's be real.
Grown man
Unless you
calls
dating a
himself
Puerto
Bad
Rican or
Bunny.
Mexican. Yeah, you don't know no Bad Bunny songs. But a lot of the people in the dominant white society, they kind of feel a certain way about it. I think they're upset with him because I think he's been critical of Donald Trump. And Bad Bunny has kind of been taking stances on immigration and ICE. So that's kind of been a thing.
Now, in both cases, what you're hearing is, well, we don't know any of his songs, doesn't sing in English. And Tariq had more of a neutral position, like, hey, I mean, I don't know any
I thought this dude was Rainbow, bro.
But I hear that he's big, but I'm not really tripping. But the whites are. And boy, is he right.
I have the ability as an adult, as a free American, that I will get up and I will not watch the halftime show. It's fucking crazy. And if nobody else wants to watch the halftime show, we may just turn the channel for the next 20 minutes because no one has any interest in watching the damn halftime show. But I can tell you what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to grab
You go
a
from
bunch
Kendrick
of
Lamar to this shit.
posters and color little cute signs and shit like that and go stand outside the Super Bowl protesting about why the person that I wanted in the damn halftime Super Bowl show is not in there. I'm not going to throw a fit about it. I'm not going to kick and scream, and I'm not going to cry, and I'm not going to get on social media and wah about it. Why? Because it's all very, very simple. All you have to do is turn the channel.
Now, Tommy Lauren makes this point. this needs to be for the widest group possible. Why isn't the show catered towards that group? And the widest group possible, well, you guessed it, it's white people. So why not Taylor Swift? That's what she's trying to say, because everybody in the world knows Taylor Swift's songs, right? And then also, this is the problem.
Funny, you'd think they might have learned something after last year's flop with Kendrick Lamar. But before you say it, I like
Flop?
Kendrick. But let's be honest, he does not have a music catalog of hits that most people know.
Shut the hell up. That's not even true. That's not. Let me pull up Spotify right now. Kendrick Lamar. Not only does he have the latest one, Not Like Us. What about Humble? What about, don't he have that song, I Love Myself? This whole damn album back in 2017. We're not gonna sit here and act like this wasn't the shit right here, bro. 300 million, 170 million, 226 million, 317 million, 1.7 billion, 200 million, 2.7 billion, 1 billion, 800 million, 250 million, 500 million, 240 million, 1.3 billion, 148 million. We not gonna sit here and act like that. And even before that, swimming pool, drink, headshot, drink, sit down, drink, stand up, drink. What? Come on, Kendrick, that nigga now. Don't play with Kendrick. Let's just look. This might be a little bit too gangster for y'all. I don't know. All that Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City shit. Quit playing. She might not know about all that, but that damn album 2017, she for surely know about that. I know she know.
That is
Everyone
supposed to be
know
the
about
goal of the halftime show, to appeal to the widest
That's a
demographic
mainstream
possible.
album.
So Bad Bunny, even though he's a Puerto Rican and is a U.S. citizen, his fans may or may not be legal in the United States. So he doesn't want to risk his fans being deported, because ICE would definitely pull up to his concerts.
Is that right, bro? There's not even like one Mexican, and this ain't even no hate, bro. But this is not even their sport, my nigga. There's not one Hispanic in the league, bro. There's not even, bro. What's the percentage of Hispanics that even go to football games, bro? I bet you it's like less than 1%, probably. Maybe not. It might be 1%, 2%. It might be a small percentage. But it's not, it's very little, bro. This is not what they don't care about this shit here. This is some bullshit that they got going on. This is some industry stuff, bro. Cause ain't no way Bad Bunny at the halftime, nigga.
Been using Puerto Rico. He's been going to Latin America and Europe and doing the shows because he fears that his fans would be possibly deported at his concerts, and he doesn't want to risk it. And so people are upset that this guy, Bad Bunny, doesn't want to tour in America. He wants to protect his illegal fans. So how does he get rewarded with the Super Bowl? Well, everything is about leverage. This is something that the black community needs to understand, so I'll break it down. You see, the NFL wants to make money, just like Essence wants to make money and BET wants to make money. So people who are normal consumers, just like the African American community or Black American community at Essence Festival, complaining about all of this Pan-Africanism being involved in the Essence Festival. Now you hear whites talking about it. And the whites are also pissed off that now you have somebody who is basically going to sing in all Spanish, and they won't understand what the hell he's saying. But what's happening?
Bro, this is not even their culture, my nigga. That's the point, bro. That's the fucking point. It's not their culture, bro.
Well, the
Just
NFL
be real.
has been in 4 countries. Germany, the UK, which it typically has multiple games a year, at Wembley and Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah, this is not. This is
And,
white people and black people,
Germany,
bro.
now Brazil,
Let's be real.
I think I mentioned that already, and then Mexico. Do you want to know what stadiums sell out the most?
UK. Cause
Mexico. In
Is that right?
2005, the Cardinals versus 49ers drew 103,467 fans. It is still the largest attendance ever for an NFL regular season game.
Is that
Every
right?
NFL game in Mexico has been sold out. Demand far exceeds supply, which means that Mexico, which is right
Well, I
next to
can't
the
speak for the
United
niggas
States,
actually in Mexico now. I can't speak for the actual country of Mexico. But you come to America, nigga, these Hispanics ain't on none of that shit.
you're missing out on money.
I ain't never seen a Hispanic watch football, bro, in my life. Not gonna lie to y'all.
Opportunities. If you don't go to Mexico, you can actually sell merchandise there. You can sell goods there. You have fans of the game. You can, make money with advertisers. Also, Brazil. Last year, I believe the Packers and the Eagles played in Brazil, and the game drew 47,236 people. It wasn't a full 50,000 sellout, but very strong for a first time
In
market.
Puerto Rico,
the
yeah.
Chargers are going to play in Brazil this year. I don't know when, if they've already played. The NFL expects bigger sellouts as awareness grows. The UK has the longest track record of consistent sellouts. In 2022, the Buccaneers played the Seahawks. 70,000 tickets sold out in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, that's right. Yes. In 2023,
Well, you gotta think, man, this is the only time that this is coming to their country, bro. Of course it's gonna sell out, bro. You wanna be honest. If this is some regular shit, it ain't gonna do that.
Frankfurt, it sold out instantly. Germany is now considered the NFL's fastest growing international market. That's
My
why
nigga
the
in
NFL
Germany right now, man, overseas, he about to win the Super Bowl out there. If he ain't already run it, I ain't been on the media like this. I don't know. But shouts out to my bro. He in Germany
has,
right
a
now.
high school that brings these kids together from Europe, and they actually compete in football against Americans, and sometimes they actually win. All right, what am I trying to say here? Well, see, Bad Bunny has leverage. And this is what the black community doesn't understand. And we need to understand somebody with leverage and how they can get what they want, even though they're diametrically opposed to what the Americans have. You see, the Americans in the NFL itself, they're having a hard time reaching this young audience. So the NFL needs Bad Bunny. They have to deal with him. It's not like they can ignore him. He's too big.
I can see
to
that
ignore.
from a business
He's
perspective if that's what they want to do. I can see that. Americans just don't rock with it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not our culture, you know?
Doing so well, and his audience is like I said, outside of the market. They have to deal with him, okay? And so that means if they want his market, which ends up making money for the country, yes, that means putting him on the NFL halftime show and letting him sing his songs. And even if that means some people will be upset about it, who cares? Want to know why? They're still going to watch the game.
The NFL just set Bad Bunny to do the Super Bowl halftime show. This is the same Bad Bunny, by the way, who says that he does not want to do U.S. dates on this current tour because of the ICE thing that's going on. Because we actually have a president in the United States that is enforcing our borders and making sure that criminal illegal immigrants are booted out of this country.
Now, this is Zach Russian. He says, hey, he's going to watch the game, but he'll turn off the halftime show. But the reality is that when you have your own community really behind you, somebody needs that community, and people are going to come and give you whatever you need to access that community. See, this is what blacks would have if we understood leverage. If we as a community had the same support that we did, like the Latinos do, we could force other people to do the same thing with us. But we don't do that. And so this is why Bad Bunny can say, listen, I'm not even going to tour. Yeah, you can keep the money. I'll go get my money elsewhere. And yeah, oh, you want my audience? Oh, you do? Okay. You want to talk to me? Okay, great. Yeah, book me, and I'm not singing any songs in English because I'm not going to do that. And they have to go along with it because the NFL has to get what he has. He's the only person that can deliver. The flip side, he also wants to cement himself as a person that's worth being there. That's the reality, right? Like, he wants to say, I performed in the Super Bowl in Spanish. Now the NFL is saying, hey, listen, international markets, we're ready to do business. Not so much Brazil, but hey, we're an international league now. And Americans can get mad all they want, but it's all about growth and expansion. This is the same play that we see the BT using, the Caribbean Awards, the Essence play with the diaspora. We may not like it, but this is what's happening all over the world. People trying to grow their market share. The issue with Black Americans is we're not trying to grow our market share. We don't own our market share, so somebody else controls it for us.
Facts,
But,
bro.
let's say-
Imagine if all the NFL players, y'all think, yeah, I don't think that they would give them enough money to where that they'd be able to buy out the NFL. Why would they do that? If all the players came together, a percentage of the players came together, put their money together to buy the league, I don't think they would pay. I don't think they'd pay niggas to even do that.
For example,
From a business perspective, if you don't want to be overtaken by your own employees, why would you pay them enough money to where they could come together and unionize against you and own your damn company, basically?
the Ebony. We owned Ebony, right? Back in the day. We used to. If Ebony was in Nigeria, if Ebony was in Ghana, if Ebony was in Uganda, if Ebony was in South Africa, Ebony would be the most powerful publication in the world, period. If Ebony had did all of that, it's the same thing that blacks gotta understand. Playing the global game. Eventually, if you're just playing a game in your own community, it's good if your community owns it. But then you have to go bigger and you have to go greater so that you can compete and get more market share. The NFL is doing it. They don't care if whites feel bad about it. BT is doing it. They don't care if blacks feel bad about it. The only people who are getting upset about it is us. And we got to get in the game literally and get leverage. Because once you get leverage, you can get what you want. People have to deal with you if they want what you have. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again.
Yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I'll get at you on the next one, and I'm gone. TYP the 9.